What's going on, everybody? Matt here. So today I'm here with Joey,
It's a me.
and we are going to talk about Avatar: The Last Airbender because he finally finished books 2 and 3 after that long period when we
What,
did,
5 months?
yeah, 5 months. We did that one book, one review, and we're going to talk about seasons 2 and 3 just, to get his thoughts, just have a nice little discussion about Avatar. Let's start with season 2 because that comes before season 3, obviously. Season 2. One thing I do want to bring up and start with is the tone. I feel like there was a shift in tone. Season 1 or book 1 felt very kid-like. You could tell it was kind of gravitating towards kids. Where in book 2, I felt like it took a step in this direction. It was more mature. How do you feel about that?
Oh, it was very obvious, right? Like within the first episode, I don't know, the way Aang was speaking and kind of how everything was color. I don't know, like the colors were a little different. The story beats were like, it didn't feel like a kid's show anymore.
Definitely. And then
And
you have like the whole like Zuko and Iroh being chased down and they're banished for good, and it's just I don't know, I feel like you could definitely see that shift in the
yeah,
direction and
no.
just and what you said about the colors, I feel like it was slightly darker in colors maybe.
hmm
I don't know. I feel like that shift was great because while I did enjoy book 1, it did feel very kiddish at times where in books 2 and 3 there was some great themes, messages, character development, character growth, and I feel like it was just much more relatable on a mature level.
Yeah, like I was telling you with the first book was it really didn't hook me to like the last 5 episodes, and I think it was just because it felt very kiddish. Which I mean, I watch like I really enjoy cartoons, but I've heard such good things about this show that going into it, I expected those darker tones off like the start of the show, but once I realized, okay, this is how we get into it. You gotta sell people on it, and then you can go darker. And damn, they go darker.
Absolutely,
Like
absolutely.
they don't hold back with this show, and I love it.
Yeah, I think towards the end you could definitely see that. In season 2, two kind of major characters were presented in this season, one being
Mhm.
Azula, the second being Toph. How do you feel about those two characters? Because in my opinion, they're two of the best written characters in the show. I know you like Toph a lot. Let me hear your thoughts on them.
Dude, Toph is one of the most overpowered characters of all time. She learns how to freaking metal bend during the finale, or
Oh
like in that
my.
last season, and holy crap, dude! Like, didn't see that coming. But yeah, I love her character arc, like the humor with her. Like, oh guys, look over there, and they all look, and she's like, guys, I can't see.
Oh, they nailed it. They nailed it with that.
it, Stuff like that was great. And then Azula, dude, seeing her like mental deterioration into a psychopath was amazing. Like,
Oh yeah.
especially in the finale, just seeing her go crazy.
Absolutely.
Like, I loved it. I loved it so much. Like the descent into madness
Oh, it's
is
great.
there.
And one
Like
thing
when
I
she cuts her hair,
Oh yeah,
dude.
it goes bad. It goes bad, and it hurt to watch, but at the same time, it's Azula, and I don't know, such a well written character. Um, and I like how like they kind of present her right away as like just a superior to Zuko. Like she's just stronger in
hmm
every way. She's like this natural strength to her, and and the blue flames just added like this awesome touch to her character. And then she has like her little squad with her with Ty Lee and May, I believe her name was. And
Yeah.
I don't know, I just think her and Toph were just so like excellently written, and just adding them to the show was just I don't know, it just brought more depth to the show, more life, and just brought awesome characters on screen.
I'd say even Zuko in season two, like, gets a lot more character development than he did in the first. Because I
Absolutely.
feel like not much changed for him in the first season, if I remember. But I remember in season two, like, he really starts warming up to his uncle and, like, because they're in Ba Sing Se, right? They're just kind of chilling there. He has his own little tea shop and everything.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the season, Zuko's just like, yeah, no, I'm going to go with my sister. I'm going to betray you, uncle. Screw you. I'm out.
God, that moment hit hard, and we'll talk
That
about
broke
that.
my freaking heart,
We'll
dude.
talk about that moment a little bit later. But how did you feel about them going like their separate ways? That journey they take, Zuko and Iroh.
It was so good. Like, I've always heard such good things about Uncle Iroh. Yeah, no, he's one of the best characters in the show. Uh, Seeing like the disappointment on his face of like, oh, we're splitting ways, and like, okay, but I like how they do come back together, because that's at the beginning of season 2, right? That's when that happens. Zuko splits from Iroh and is like, I'm gonna go my own way.
Yeah, so they split a little bit in the beginning of season 2, and then
Yeah, and
Iroh.
then Toph meets up with Iroh.
Yep.
Okay, I remember now. It's all flooding back. Yeah, no, I liked how they split off for a bit. I thought it was weird that Zuko did that, but he needed time. It makes sense.
Yeah, it just added to his great character transformation that we see in season 3.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about Ba Sing Se. I think Ba Sing Se was like a huge moment in the season. I mean, a lot of the season revolved around them getting there, and they finally get there. All the Appa stuff, and that all just pans out the way it does. How did you like all the Ba Sing Se moments?
Okay, can we talk about when Appa gets kidnapped?
Let's do it.
They perfectly set up Toph cannot use earthbending on the sand. At least she can't see,
Hmm.
because that's just how she sees. And then it's like, well, Aang, Katara, and Sokka are down in this giant library with this freaking killer owl thing, and then the thing just starts collapsing, and Appa's just getting captured by these sand people, and Toph just can't save him. I I was expecting Aang to go a little bit harder on these people when he finally came across them. I wanted some Anakin level of like
Oh,
Tusken
wow.
Raider murders.
Oh, wow. Hey, I mean, that would have been
That is
something.
bloody.
Oh, him just going like Anakin mode, that would have been something.
It would have been. Oh, I thought you were gonna say like him cutting their heads off with air.
Oh,
Like
God.
that would have been dangerous.
He's not Zahir. He's not Zahir.
No, no, no. That's in the Netflix live action show. But yeah, no, I really like that moment, and like that little arc of like, oh, Appa's gone. They gotta figure out how to get around without him. Like,
Yeah.
especially when Aang was like dehydrated, dying in the desert because he was so stubborn. He didn't want to like let them leave the desert and like live.
Yeah, and it's just he was like also really hard on the crew, and if I remember correctly, he was like blaming Toph, and it's like Toph just saved all your lives, and it's just like, okay, I understand you're mad, but like, she had a decision to make, and I feel like she made the right one at the time.
Yeah, she did. She saved everyone, so there's nothing else she could have done. And it's not like they weren't gonna find Appa again.
Yeah.
But obviously, losing, like, having a lost pet is gonna do a lot of mental toll on you.
And I feel like we
I
see
get
that.
that.
And we see that for sure in Aang. I mean, he
Yeah.
just, that just rage takes over for a minute, and you definitely see that towards the end of them being in like the desert. And then we see them travel to Ba Sing Se. I think they meet up with Suki. Is that her name?
They do.
And
Yeah.
that was I think that was a pleasant surprise, to be honest with you. I mean, I didn't expect her character to come back after season 1 or book 1, but she did, and I think she just added a lot more to the show.
Yeah, it was awesome having basically another recurring character, because like you said, you thought it was just a season 1 character, but no, she comes back and she's a great character, dude. Like, I didn't think I was gonna like her. I'm like, I don't know, maybe she'll get annoying. No, she was great. I'd say that's like the good thing about the show. There's no annoying characters.
I could name
Like,
one. I could name
What?
one.
Who's your annoying character?
The king in Ba Sing Se, I think, was really annoying.
I didn't hate him.
I mean,
I mean, he was just an oblivious dude.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. It just like,
He didn't know there was a war going on, because there is no war in Ba Sing Se. Can we talk about that? I've heard there is no war in Ba Sing Se for years. Had no idea. I'm just like, oh, it's just saying what they say there, because there is no war. Didn't realize there was like some brainwashing stuff going on. Holy crap.
yeah, definitely. There's a lot of stuff that happened in
What
Ba
was
Sing
that
Se.
guy's name? What was that guy's name? Jet, right? Jet?
Are we talking about Jet, the reoccurring Jet from season 1 or book
Yeah.
1?
Yeah, is there another Jet?
I don't know.
The little like trio of
Yeah.
misfits. Yeah.
Let's talk about Jet because he comes back. Him and Zuko become pretty good friends for a minute, and then he finds out he's Fire Nation. That doesn't go
He
well.
wants to murder him. Yeah.
Basically, he wants to murder him. And then, is Jet dead? I feel like that's the real question with this character.
I totally forgot about him until the episode of like the play.
Oh, yeah.
And then you brought it up again. I had forgotten about him again. Yeah, I think he's dead.
Yeah.
I don't know. Him with his friends holding him. Yeah, I think he's dead. He's gone. They went on their way. The duo left. Their friend Jet died. That's it. He's gone.
Yeah. I like how, like, there's that question, in Avatar, it's just like, oh, is he dead or not? Korra, you'll find out that they're pretty direct if a character's dead or not. So that's just something to think towards. But yeah, I think he's dead.
Well, I mean, he said he's like, I'm gonna be all right, and Toph's like, nah, he's lying. There was no way he was gonna survive that. I'm pretty sure like bones were snapped. He's gone.
Yeah.
Gone forever. Try to remember what else happened in season 2, because I feel like in season 2, a lot of it is just at Ba Sing Se.
Yeah, a lot of it's just like them, exploring Ba Sing Se, trying to find Appa, trying to discover what's going on. You have Iroh.
Yeah.
He has his like tea shop.
Iroh's tea shop.
I think that's really cool. I like how he's kind of like
love
living
that.
this dream that he never thought he'd be able to have, I guess you could say. But he's
Yeah,
trying.
not even being known as being part of the Fire Nation. He just has a tea shop.
Yeah, it's like he creates like this life for him and Zuko so they could survive, just, live it out without the Fire Nation being in their lives. And then, all of that gets ruined in the matter of, I guess, weeks or something like that.
Oh, dude, the White Lotus.
I like how you brought that up.
Because I remembered Iroh and them with the little tokens and everything of the White Lotus. That was insane. Didn't see that coming.
Yeah, the
like
White
a secret
Lotus.
society of like elders that like run everything.
Yeah, because he brings it up in book 1, and he's like kind of talking about the White Lotus, and Zuko's like, it's just a stupid game. But really, it's this bigger thing that we learn in season 3 has like a huge impact on how this war kind of goes.
Yeah, it's just tied throughout like a bunch of different nations, and I loved it. I thought it was amazing.
It's great. That's definitely
like finding out a bunch of characters we knew were just part of the White Lotus.
Yeah, it's like
so cool.
It's like there was so many returning members of that group.
I've seen some of Korra, and I like how they appear there too. Like they're just a thing now. Yeah, I really like that portion. I was trying to think what else really happens in season 2. They meet Toph, they do the thing, Appa gets kidnapped, they do the little anthology thing with everyone, do that Iroh anthology.
Oh man, that hits hard.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that hits. I mean, you have him talking to that like guy who I think he wants to rob a stand. I forgot his situation, but something he gives this guy like this great talk, and I'm like, damn, that hits hard. And then he goes to that tree, and that moment is one of the most emotional moments in this series for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was heartbreaking, and then it was like also a tribute episode to the actor, the voice actor Mako.
Yeah, it was beautifully done, and it just hit hard knowing like the outside context and all that, and just it was definitely a standout for me in this season 2.
Yeah, it really was.
I guess kind of like the biggest part, or kind of like the last part to talk about, is Azula comes in and she kind of like starts to take control of Ba Sing Se in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And she
cripples Aang.
Yes, and she cripples Aang, and there's that huge moment at the end where it's her and Zuko and Aang and Katara, and they're all kind of like fighting, and it's like Zuko has this choice, and I feel like he chose wrong because he went with Azula. What did you think of that? What did you think about that big finale?
Obviously, for the story, it works. Zuko joins them, realizes he's in the wrong, and then joins Team Avatar later. But in that moment, I was really hoping he would have just joined Team Avatar right there, and just took on Azula. Because I was expecting a huge fight. Because, Zuko's captured, Katara's captured. Katara and Zuko are kind of like bonding about like everything.
Oh yeah,
and then
about the past.
Iroh, Toph, Aang, and Sokka come in and save them. And then the fight happens. And Zuko just turns. He just turns on Aang. Didn't see that coming.
No, and then Azula strikes him with, I think lightning or something like that.
I think my jaw hit the floor when he got zapped in the back.
He was in Avatar state.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh, okay, like she just damaged his spine. It's fine. No, he died. Aang
Yep.
straight up died in that moment.
Mhm.
And the only reason he survived is because Katara had that little freaking vial of water. And if she didn't have it and gave it to Zuko so he could heal his damn scar, Aang would have died.
Yeah, and that would have been terrible, but obviously he
It was
didn't
insane.
because season 3. All right, that's the end of this part of the discussion. If you guys want to see the discussion on book number 3, it will be coming very soon, so make sure to go down below and subscribe. Also hit the like button if you did enjoy. I hope you guys kind of enjoyed this like podcast style discussion. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one.